Well, hello. How is everybody doing? Welcome to the show. Before we get started, I must give you a little disclaimer because some of you don't really understand how I do commentary. So, here we go.
Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show and remember, it's all in good fun.
Top commenter of the day goes to Kayla. She was in here first, right when I went live. So, shout out to Kayla. Tag is second, Aaliyah is the third, and John L is the fourth. So shout out to y'all for being my top commenters of the day. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming in and sticking around. Okay. Let me take that backdrop off because that was from the last time I went live because I didn't go live last Friday. I was tired, y'all. Okay. I did watch SmackDown. There was a little bit to SmackDown. There wasn't a lot. There was a little bit. So I didn't really do anything or something like that. I didn't feel like that. So, anyways, let's just vibe. Okay, let's just check out the vibes, right? So first things first, Triple H gave Jey Uso his time. Okay. Now, if you wasn't watching Monday Night Raw last Monday, you missed it because Jey Uso became it was his first time getting a singles title, and he now is the Intercontinental Champion. He won that championship from Braun Breaker. It was a very, very good time. And of course, Jey Uso is still riding that high. His son was there this week, and he was able to have him at least walk him to his entrance. And he came out, he spoke for a good long time. And basically, what he did was he thanked all the fans for having his back for all these years. And he said he finally is now stepped out of the shadow that has been casted on him. He's no longer just a twin or Roman's side man or just a tag team champion. He now is seen, and they now see me for who I am. My family tried to hold me back. Everybody tried to hold me back, but I was able to do it. And now, after 14 years, Jey Uso has finally gained his first singles title, and hopefully it is one of many. So, congratulations to you, Jey Uso. And Brian Breaker came out there, and in a shocking turn of events, he did not spear or attempt to take out Jey Uso in regards to getting another shot at that Intercontinental Championship. Oh, nay, nay. He simply came out to respect him as the new champion and tell him congratulations. He was the better man last Monday. And that was it. That was all. And then Jey Uso gave him his respect by telling him it's a whole lot of dogs in the audience that got you, and they all barked for him. And I was like, I don't like it. It stank. It still stank. I don't care what nobody say. It still stunk to high heaven, okay? Now, I'm going to try to breeze through some of these matches because some of these matches I really didn't care about. Let's start off with Judgment Day. Judgment Day had a 6-man tag team match with the LWO. Zelina Vega was not there this week, and it was just Rey Mysterio. And the rest of LWO were Dragon Lee, Joaquin, and Del Toro going up against JD McDonough, Dom, and Carlito. Finn showed up later during this match. He made it seem like he was having some flight issues. He really wasn't. Like, his ass was there, unfortunately. And we had to suffer between Liv Morgan and him, crying and whining still about how they've been done so wrong and how they finally gotten their comeuppance and blah, blah, blah bullshit. At this point, it's just getting old, sis. You got to find a new angle. You got to find a new game. Okay? Finn helped the Judgment Day win their match against the LWO. LWO put on quite the show. I don't know why Triple H will not let them get any traction, because they could be great in terms of going after those tag team titles. And I want to see some tag team matchups with real tag teams. I don't want to see the tag team champions. Like Finn didn't even have his tag team title today. JD McDonough had his title, but Finn didn't have his. I don't want to see the tag team titles used in any more storylines that aren't going to lend any credence to the tag team titles. I don't want to see that. Those tag team titles deserve more than what they're getting. They're not giving us anything, and I'm tired of it. Tired of the titles being on fucking Judgment Day. Judgment Day been having these titles all goddamn all year. For the last, what, 2-3 years, they've been on and off as tag team champions, and we're tired. We're exhausted. Okay, we're tired at this point. Find something else to do, please. Okay. Any whoosies. They decided they wanted to cut a little speech, and they was real happy that they won or whatever. I guess that meant something to them. It didn't mean nothing to me. Finn basically was like, I'm gonna expose Damian Priest for what he is, and I'm gonna show everybody that he needed us and he needed me, and the Judgment Day never needed Damian Priest. And I was like, well, baby, if we being honest, okay, let's just break this down for real, because you were an addition to the Judgment Day. Damian Priest was an original member of the Judgment Day. You, Rhea, Dom, all of y'all were additions. It was just Damian and Edge in the beginning, okay? You had to go back to the Bible, Jared. In the beginning, God, who? Not you, but God, okay? It was just them. You were not there. In fact, you were fighting against them with AJ Styles and Liv Morgan. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Oh, it's so unfortunate. Liv and Finn were given leadership. I thought there wasn't supposed to be leaders in Judgment Day. Girl, as much as they try to claim they're not leaders, everybody, you got to follow somebody. And they play follow the leader every day. Liv and Finn planned the whole takeover of the Judgment Day. So, of course, they going to be the leaders. Of course. But they ain't doing nothing but doing exactly what Rhea and Damian was doing not too long ago. The only difference is everybody's looking to them for guidance. And that's what they wanted from the beginning. Do you, though? Whatever makes you happy. Judgment Day is a Lou. No one wants to skip. I spent time with a child today. Not a skip to my Lou reference. Jesus Christ. Now, Rhea came out there while Liv was trying to cut her boring ass promo. Rhea was just like, your homeboy, your little man over there, you know, the one with the tiny dick syndrome. He claustrophobic. And he don't want to go inside this cage, but his little bitch ass is going in this cage. And then he can watch me decimate you so I can get back the championship that I never lost. And she was like, it's going to be so sweet because while Dominic is suffering, soiling himself, and trying to keep himself clean with his new merch, you're going to be stuck losing your championship and watching your man literally shit on himself. A man you claim is all man. Daddy Tom, as you call him. Oh my God. A grown man gonna be shitting on himself. How sexy. This led to a brawl between everybody because Damian Priest came in the ring and was beating everybody up, and Liv and Rhea was in the back, was back there at the top of the key fighting, child, and Rhea lost her shoe, so Rhea picked up her shoe and threw it at the back of Liv's leg. Tore that baby up. And that was that. Liv and Rhea fought, all continued to fight in the back. So there really was no balance between the two of them. So the way we'll see how it play out at Bad Blood is how it will play out. But I suspect, especially after that phone call that Finn gave Dom earlier, I suspect that the business that Finn had to tend to was Raquel. And Raquel will come back and cost Rhea the championship. And then they will switch off from Rhea and Raquel, and they will have their bout probably at um Crown Jewel, which is supposed to be coming up in November. So they'll probably have their bout at Crown Jewel. And then maybe they'll move forward, or they'll put them inside Hell in a Cell. Either way, I mean, inside of Survivor Series. Either way, this feud between Liv and everybody in Judgment Day and Rhea and Damian Priest, it's got to go. It has got to go. Now they can do a mixed. I would be cool with a mixed Survivor Series. That'll be the first time it was ever mixed. You know what I'm saying? I would love that, but they gotta do it right. And Rhea gotta find a partner that's gonna work with her. And Rhea ain't exactly got a lot of friends on the roster. It's partially her fault why she ain't got no friends, but I mean she can call on somebody. But anyways, that's how I would do it. I would do a mixed Survivor Series war games. But then again, I'm petty, you know. So, anyways, y'all, let's move on. There was a few matches that happened. So I don't have all of the images from all the matches, so I'm just gonna tell y'all what happened, okay? Miz had a match. R-Truth came back today. Which shout out to R-Truth because I love R-Truth. He was funny. R-Truth came back today, and R-Truth set up a match between him, Miz, and AOP. And Miz went out there, he begged for the tag, and then he knocked out R-Truth and left him in the ring. And of course, Karrion Kross is very happy with his work. Miz is now back to being a heel, and R-Truth is left to be able, and they had to pick the bones of R-Truth and beat him. Now, to R-Truth's, I mean, to Miz's credit, right? R-Truth's goofiness has been costing them matches and Miz matches for months. Miz has been caught up in bullshit because of R-Truth, if we're being fair. So I'm not necessarily mad at R-Truth per se. I mean, mad at Miz per se, and it's mainly because it's Miz. Like, what did you expect? You kind of come to expect it. Miz can only be a face for so long, right? So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but it happened. So we move forward. Okay, let's talk about Xavier. So Xavier Woods had a match today with Rey Mysterio after he acted a complete ass with him last Monday. He got, he decided to goat Rey into a match and they got it. So him and Rey was having a match and everything was going smooth. And then Xavier accidentally pulled off Rey Mysterio's mask. And of course, Rey's a luchador. So, that is sacrilege. He had to put his mask back on, and Rey even trying to put his mask back on, like Xavier seized the opportunity, rolled him up and got the pin. It was like he was excited, but at the same time, he was kind of like, yo, that's not what I meant to do. And then Rey put his mask back on, and basically he was like, you know what you did? You did that on purpose. And he was like, what did you expect me to do? Like, what did you want me to do? And again, devil's advocate. I'm not necessarily mad at Xavier, but it is low key petty. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very low hanging fruit. It is beneath Xavier, but I guess a win is a win. So he was like, let's do this. Like, I won. Get over it. That's pretty much how it was. He didn't say that, but he made it look like he was all distraught and shit. But he really wasn't distraught. Like he didn't really give a shit. Now he got in the back, and again, y'all see Karrion back there. Y'all see him, complete trickster, agent of chaos, back there stirring up mess. Now he done did his dirty work with Miz and with the New Day. Okay, now I'm just wondering where he gonna go next. You feel what I'm saying? Like, where are you gonna go next, babe? I'm very curious. But anyways, so he went in the back, and Kobe was like, hey, congratulations on the win, but I gotta ask you, did you do that on purpose? He was like, no, I respect Ray. I have nothing but the utmost respect for him. But he said, I was given an opportunity. What was I supposed to do? Not take it? Kofi said, okay, if it was an accident, I believe you. It was an accident. Cool. But he says, listen, Jay Uso offered me the Intercontinental Championship match against him on Raw next week. And he was like, oh, that's great, Kofi. Hopefully you get that. Congratulations. He was like, nah, 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 nah. I told him that you should get that match. And Kofi basically gave up an opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship match for Xavier. Now, this is Kofi's way of saying, look, I've been fucking up by not including you in things, and I know this was not including you in the conversation, but I wanted you to have something of your very own that you felt like you could do. And this is something that I know you could do. And here you go. You got an opportunity. Don't don't blow it. Essentially. Xavier was like, this is exactly what I needed because I know I could beat Jey Uso. And I'm like, hold your horses because you probably can, but you're not gonna beat him next week. Okay. I don't know. I don't know why you buying all this audacity, but I'm gonna need for you to put it back on the shelf because it's too expensive for you right now. You're not beating that man next week. Okay, you're just not. You're not, baby. And I hate to say that. I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news or be a bitch, but I'm just saying it's not gonna happen. Okay? It's not happening, babe. It's not. Now, let's talk about the Wyatts. Okay. Let's talk about the Wyatts. The Wyatts had a match. The Wyatts had another QR code moment. And essentially, what they said, hold on, y'all. Yeah, they did change the belt, baby. They added that blue on the side and in the center. Mm-hmm. They did. Okay. So nobody put the link in there. So, ugh. I was looking for the link for this QR code, and usually somebody puts the link in and they didn't do it. Yeah, didn't do it. I hate it. Let me see if I can find it on WWE's YouTube. Instagram. Twitter. Jesus. Okay. So she said, y'all see that tweet from Cross the other day? He a mess. No, what did it say? I have not been on Cross's radar for a while because he gets on my nerves. But he is such a trickster. Okay. Sir. Where was I? Oh, the Wyatt Six. Okay. They have they basically have been putting out subliminal messages for a while since they have beaten the American Made group. Essentially, they created this group because Chad Gable was at his wits' end, and without them, this group would not have been created. If we're being honest, but Gable came out there, had his match with Kofi, and Xavier cost said, I'll put in the match. He is he be out of kayfabe on socials low key. Sorry, I'll put it in chat. Okay. So Gable, they put the QR code and stuff up after Gable and them had their match. During this match, Chad Gable was getting ready to get hit with Trouble with Paradise, right? And Xavier came out there because American Made was cheating, as they normally do. And Xavier tried to help by grabbing Gable's foot. And him grabbing his foot made Kofi miss It made him miss the trouble in paradise. Okay, and it was really bad. So this cost Xavier, this cost Kofi the match, which was it's pretty fucked up. But I'm gonna show y'all what the QR code leads to. Okay, so hold tight. What's wrong with you?
Oh no.
So hold on. Okay, I think I'm showing y'all the screen. Let me just Morse code. I don't know no damn Morse code, child. It's okay. Hold on. Really? You refuse salvation. Do not force our hand. They keep saying there's a reckoning. So I hope and pray that they're going after the judgment day because I want to see the judgment day get destroyed by the Wyatt sick. I do. I think that that would be the perfect comeuppance for Liv Morgan and for Finn Balor because them two hoes is getting on my nerves. Okay, I'm sick of them and their bullshit. I'm tired. Okay, see if my dad knows Morse code. Um, My daddy can read maps, but I don't think my daddy knows Morse code. He in there sleep, child. So if I go in there and wake him up, he's definitely gonna be mad, honey. Hold on, because I found a way to decipher. Hold on. This is crazy. I'm gonna have to do this one on my own time, child, because that's wild. Any whoosies. I'm hoping that they are going after. She said most older people in the military got taught it. My dad got taught it, but that man didn't pay attention to that. My dad is an excellent reader of maps. Anything you need to know about anywhere in this country, any road, anything like that, my father can tell you right off the top of his head. He can read a map in a minute. My father is an excellent map reader. He is highly, highly skilled and trained in that. But I do not believe my father knows Morse code. I think he knows it, but he can't decipher it. I don't think he can do that. Other than that, okay. So this is the QR code if you want to go and look up the stuff for yourself. I always make sure you guys have that information over here and around our neck of the woods. You guys can go over there and check it out for yourselves and decipher it. I'm trying to do it But the way my brain is set up right now and the way this computer is set up right now, it don't want to do nothing. So I'm not trying to force it. We gonna move on and let it be what it is. Okay, so we gonna move on to some fun stuff. Okay, like we already talked about Finn's bum ass. We're not finna sit up here and spend no more time on his ass. Okay, because we don't like him around these parts right now. He getting on our nerves. Let's talk about Lyra and January 6th. Okay, Lyra and January 6th had a match today. The Crystal Gems came over there messing with Lyra, talking about she ain't got no help, she ain't got no backup. Natalia wasn't there, and Zelina wasn't there. They out doing press duty this week, so they were not there. Um, and essentially what they did was try to intimidate Lyra. Shayna came up to her, and Sonya was talking cash shit, and Sonya put her hand on Shayna's shoulder, and Sonya looked at her. Shayna looked at her hand like, "Bitch, don't touch me." I was like, "Ooh, them strong coochie hoes is tripping." Okay, listen. To save y'all some trouble, Zoe won the match because it was some interference being run by, of course, the PFC, KFC bitches. And then the disco party hoes came out there. Katana's out there hollering like she a damn Xena warrior princess out there. I don't know what was wrong with her. I didn't even know nothing was wrong with the bitch. But apparently, her nose got broke by KFC. She didn't like that. She didn't like that the 11 herbs and spices broke her nose. And she didn't like Colonel Sanders cheering coming out there, breaking her nose and shit, and making Katana and her being off TV for weeks on end. So they said they gonna take care of KFC and them strong fingers they got, and then they gonna go after their tag team championships. I was like, bitch, it ain't been your tag team championships in a while. Them titles have changed hands 3 times, and you hoes were nowhere near the conversation. Okay, please don't do us. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Anyways, Kayla said after they go after the Judgment Day, can the Wyatt Six go after the Final Testament, even though they haven't been betrayed another? They just got to get on my nerves. I don't know. It ain't no payoff, honestly, to going after the Final Testament. But I mean that subliminal message could be for Carrion, because Carrion has been running around causing chaos. And essentially he doing it because he said everybody that could possibly be in his way, he got to get rid of them. So anybody who's a former champion is a threat to him. So he's been taking out all of the former champions and anybody in their vicinity. So that's R-Truth. That is The Miz. That is Xavier. And that is Kofi Kingston. You know? Now, for whatever reason, Adam had this dramatic ass setup between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. Now, for the last 2 weeks, these two men have been physically separated. Okay. They've been physically separated where they were able to cut their promos freely and nobody was there to get in their way. Okay. They cut their front promos, nobody was attacked, and that was the way it was, and that was the way it was going to be. I thought that they was going to have them do like a little interview setup where one was on one side, and the other, like they did Wes and Zachary Wentz. You know what I'm saying? But they decided to be extra, pull the Hell in the Cell cage down, have these two in the ring with 17 of the smallest security men they could find. There was only one big black man in the whole group of the men, and he towered over all of them dudes. I need WWE to get some real security. I understand that these guys are probably wrestlers or PC people, and they need to be highly trained to be able to take the hits right, fall correctly, and all that shit. But you could do that with bigger dudes. Okay? Stop getting these little mousy, bitch made niggas to come out there that can easily be tossed. Somebody like CM Punk should not be tossed in fucking security. I don't care what you're talking about. CM Punk ain't got no damn script on him like that. No business tossing security. None. Okay? I'm just saying. Drew did what he always do. Drew talking about how he had cancer and he finna get rid of him and he can't wait. And he said he hates him and he hates him and he knows that he hates me. And it just makes me feel good that I'm in your head and I'm doing this and now I know you taught me how to hate. And I was like, that's a lie. That is a lie. I would never give that much man or no woman, no man, being, or any entity that much power over me to the point where they change my behavior. That's crazy to me. That's nuts. I would never. You could never have that much power over me. Mm-mm. He talked all that shit. He basically said he wasn't gonna walk out of Hell in the Cell, that he was never coming back to the E. He said he'd been here 10 months and he's only been healthy for like 4 of them. which is low key true. I mean, I'm sorry, Phil, but it's true. Like, you done had 2 matches since you been back, and them 2 matches, one was at SummerSlam and the other was at Bash in Berlin, bro. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just causing it like I sees it. That's all I'm saying, right? So, anyway, CM Punk came back and do what he always do. He stole a damn show. He told Drew that by the time they get inside that cell and they fight, and he's on his hands and knees, crawling, begging and pleading. He said he ain't gonna be praying to no God. He ain't gonna be praying to no devil. He is gonna be praying to me, CM Punk. He said, you prayed for this. This is what you wanted, and now you got it. But he said, you ain't gonna have to worry about nothing, because I'm gonna end all of this, and I'm gonna end you. I was like, oh my God, there's so many death threats being thrown around. Police, SWAT, military, come save them. Drew always making threats that he ain't gonna keep. It's a lot of promises being thrown out here, but ain't none of them being kept, honey. Okay, Drew done promised to kill this man for the last 6 months. 6 months. And I ain't seen a death certificate yet, honey. Okay. You ain't gonna do nothing. You don't deserve nothing. You don't get nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. We know what's gonna happen here. We know what's happening here. We know. Now we got 2 more things to talk about, I think. 2 more. Do we got 2 more? Yeah, we do. We got Samuel and Gunter. And then we got Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed. We got the big monster fight. Ciao. Hold on, I'm just getting the things uploaded so we can go. I can show y'all what I'm talking about. Gotta have a vision. Okay, gotta have a vision. Hold tight, y'all. It's loading up. So let's talk about Gunter and Samuel. Okay. Gunter came out there because he real happy. He said these last couple of months, me being champion has been amazing. I got the money. Okay. I got the status. I got the belt. He said, I got all of it. I'm happy. He said, the only problem I got is a little nagging gnat named Sami Zayn that won't fucking leave me alone. He said, I done told this man no so many times, and he just won't fucking listen. You not getting the championship match, man. I don't like you. I don't need to fight you. He said, you are beneath me. And so Samuel came out there. Samuel said, you don't want to fight me because I'm the only man in this building that's ever beat you. I'm the only man in this company that has beaten you for that Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. Every man that came before you has fallen. I'm the only one who was able to take you out. And you don't like that shit. So then Gunther was like, you know what? You right. I don't like the fact that a bum like you beat me. He said, my father and my family was here. I just didn't parade them around all in front of the people like you did. And I was like, it don't matter how you say it. You still lost in front of your family too, bitch. But anyways, Gunther said, my father came to me and asked me how could I let such a bum ass nigga like Sami Zayn beat me. And he ain't had no answer for him. And I was like, that sounds like a personal problem to me. That sounds like a PP. That sounds like a PP. I don't understand why you mad at Sammy because you lost. You should have kicked out. You know, you should have put that man in the chokehold or something. None of your little tactics was working at WrestleMania. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, child. Sammy said you just mad because you was a coward. And he said you mad because you lost in front of your daddy and it hurt. He said you mad, you in your feelings, you should be. I'm still the man that beat you. And at the end of the day, you lost to me. And that sticks in your craw. I'm the only stain on your record on the main roster. Nobody else has been able to do what I was able to do. Nobody. And you can't stand it. That's why you don't want to wrestle me. That's why you don't want to put that title on line against me. Because you know that I can beat you. You know that. But if you don't fight me, you get to hold on to your championship and parade your little bitch ass around the WWE like you a real champion. But all you need to do is just wrestle me and prove that I am the bum you say I am. But you a scary ass bitch. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Sammy said it nicer. Sammy said he was a coward. I would have called him a scary asshole. To each his own. You know, do whatever you gotta do. But I'm petty. You've been all type of bitches and hoes fucking with me. But anyway, he decided to go a different route. Gunther didn't like that. So he laid his motherfucking ass out. Now, first, Sammy was getting him. Okay? Samuel was getting him. But at the end of the day, Gunther was able to best Samuel, even, you know, when they was in the ring trying to fight each other. Gunther was able to get him. And then Gunther picked up the microphone and told Sammy that he had his match. That means that Samuel and Gunther are going to wrestle next week. They are not wrestling at Bad Blood, which I thought was interesting. But then again, the card can't be overloaded. And unfortunately for Gunther, he is the one getting the short end of the stick this time. Now, just so everybody knows, Pete Rose died today. Didn't know he died today. Dikembe Mutombo died today. Didn't know he died today. I'm like, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Pete Rose was in his 80s. He passed away today. And Dikembe Mutombo had brain cancer. And he was what, 56? 58. He was 58? Mm-hmm. He died from brain cancer. He had been battling brain cancer for a while. And Dikembe Mutombo, he succumbed to the cancer. Pete Rose, it seems, died of natural causes. They didn't say he died of anything extreme, unless I missed it. No, I didn't hear anything about it. I didn't hear him say he died of anything, but he seems to just have passed away. So, respect to those who have passed on, y'all. Okay? And let's talk about the big boys. Because the monsters among men, Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman, had a last monster standing match today. And it was actually pretty goddamn good, okay? This was the tail of the tape. Bronson Reed is 6 foot, 330 pounds, a 20-inch neck. That is nuts. I don't think Bronson Reed got a neck, but I think they was measuring the bottom of his chin. Do with that what you will. He has a 59-inch chest, and he can bench press 600 pounds. Wowzers. Braun Strowman, on the other hand, is 6'8". He is 385 pounds. He has a 22-inch neck. a 58-inch chest. And in 2012, he was the world's strongman champion. The boys was fighting. Braun Strowman came right out the gate and put that nigga through a table. He beat his ass and threw him through a table. They was scrapping. Towards the end, as they began to progress around the ring and getting back into the ring, Bronson Reed was able to put Braun Strowman through two barricades. The first barricade and then the second barricade where the fans were. This sent out a plethora of security, producers, and even Adam. Because I'm thinking those guys were plants right there. I still believe that they were plants. Those guys got trapped under the barricade and couldn't move. Okay. So Adam and them came out there to help him get out. There was a WWE doctor out there, it looked like, and they was trying to help the guy get out. Now, that whole time, Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman is still fighting. Bronson Reed got the drop on Strowman, hit him with two tsunamis. Now, the ref's supposed to count, but the ref was preoccupied with the fans being laid out by the barricade. Now, in the meantime, they had already went around the arena, basically putting each other through tables, using chairs and shit. All of that had already happened. They ended up getting back into the ring, and that's when the chaos really ensued. Braun Strowman climbed to the top of the turnbuckle as the security was fighting. Bronson Reed grabbed Adam, was fighting him, and child, Braun Strowman's ass climbed on that top broke turnbuckle and jumped on everybody. He took out everybody except for Adam. Adam's big ass got out the way. I kind of wish he didn't, but he did. All the producers, all the security, everybody got laid out. Okay. Now, Bronson Reed is laid out on the damn security guards, gets his ass up and steps on one of the security guards' stomachs. Braun Strowman is laying on one of the security guards' legs. He gets up, puts all his weight on this man's leg to get up. These two are still fighting, okay? They get in the ring. Braun Strowman is having a hard time trying to finish this match. He takes out Bronson Reed a little bit, throws him in the ring, and he's trying to climb back to the top turnbuckle to end this shit. But it doesn't happen that way. Bronson Reed ends up climbing to the middle turnbuckle as Braun Strowman is sitting there, and then he suplexes him onto the mat, and the ring implodes. Two of the damn ring posts snap inward, and the ring collapses straight down to the floor. Okay? Now, I'm saying to myself, this match is ending a little weird. I'm like, oh, Seth's gonna get his ass back in here. I said, Seth's gonna come back in here. I was like, Then I thought about it. I was like, why was he at the game last week? Now, the week before last, he was cutting up. He was living his best life. But he was prominent. He was on the field with the other celebrities this week at the Bills game, right? I said to myself, now, why would they put him out there? Now, I'm like, Seth gonna be coming back on Monday. Seth gonna have some work to do on Monday. Now, Seth did come out there because they had the steel steps in there. Okay. They had the steel steps in there. They had the ring was already imploded. Ref was out. The ref was out. Ref could not get ref was rolled out the ring because you remember when Brock Lesnar and the Big Show broke the ring, right? The ref literally fell out the ring. That's similar to what happened here with Bronson and Braun Strowman, okay? But yeah, he fell out the ring. So as they're, in the ring getting ready to start counting, Bronson Reed is getting up with the steel steps. Seth run his ass out there and curb stomps the shit out of Bronson Reed. And I was like, that's how you do it. Get them together, please. For me, we are tired of your big ass. We're tired of it. Okay? Seth was out there fucking with him too. Bronson Reed looked like he had all of the snot and spit come out of his face right when he got hit. Seth sitting there right there like, yeah. Yeah, you thought you got rid of me, didn't you? Thought you made a name off my back, didn't you? Yeah, but now here you is, laid out, about to die. I'ma curb stomp your bitch ice again. Fuck you thought this was? I ain't no easy mark, nigga. You went out there and whooped your ass. Meanwhile, Braun Strowman was able to get to his feet and won the motherfucking match. Match was over. He won. He won. End of the conversation. Ain't nothing else to be said. And that was a donezo deal. Okay. Now they announced all the matches for Bad Blood. I'm gonna run through them real quick. We're not even gonna be here all night. Tag team match between the Tribal Chief and the current WWE champion against the new bloodline with the current Tribal Chief and Jacob Fatu. You have the match between the former Brothers of Judgment Day with Damian Priest and Finn Balor. Then you have the Hell in a Cell matchup between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. And of course, you have the women's championship match between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan with Dominic Mysterio in a shark cage. And then you have the other women's championship with Nia Jax and Bailey happening at Bad Blood as well. Now, there were a few announcements made. Okay, a few announcements have been made. We now know, hold tight, y'all. We now know where Royal Rumble will emanate from. Okay, we now know the dates. We now know the dates. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Ew. Apa ew. Hold on. Babe, I'm going in there after you come. When if you hurry up, I can go in there and get my stuff changed. All right. So Royal Rumble was announced today. Okay. It is going to be in Indianapolis and it is going to be Saturday, February 1st at the Lucas Oil Stadium. Tickets go on sale for the Royal Rumble on November 15th, I believe that is. If you go to WWE's broadcast channel on Instagram, you can sign up for the notification and they will text you and email you once the tickets go on sale and you can purchase them. They try to make it as easy and as simple as possible for those of you who will be going to Royal Rumble. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to this year's Royal Rumble. Yeah, I said I'm going to be in there in a few minutes while you're in the bathroom. So try not to be in the bathroom too long.
You have to wait.
Nah, it's cool. I'm going to finish this out and then I just got to go switch the stuff out. Oh. So if you're going, you need to make sure you sign up and get your tickets immediately because it looks like these tickets are going to be selling out. A lot of people want to go to Royal Rumble this year, and we never know. Royal Rumble is going to be about a wonderful time, okay? Now, SummerSlam is already announced. We already knew SummerSlam was coming, but we didn't know where it was going to be. SummerSlam is going to be in New Jersey, okay? Everybody thought it was going to be in Minneapolis, but it's going to be in New Jersey. Okay, and we love that. We love that for them. This is going to be the first ever 2-night SummerSlam in New Jersey, and it's going to be August 2nd and August 3rd next year in 2025. This is going to be at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, all right? And then, of course, WrestleMania has already been announced. WrestleMania is going to be Saturday and Sunday, April 19th and 20th. So these dates are very, very interesting. They're pushing the show back, but they pushed up SummerSlam a few days. This year it was on the 6th, right? Wasn't SummerSlam on the 6th this year? What day was it? It was at the end of the month?
No, SummerSlam was on the was it the 8th, I think, or something like that?
August?
Yeah.
It was August 6th.
I can't remember the exact day.
Okay. Anyways, WrestleMania is April 20th and the 19th. It's a 2-night special as well, Saturday and Sunday. Okay. Tickets go on sale for this particular show on October 25th. And I believe that those are pre-sale tickets as well. So we got a few more PLEs to go before the end of the year. We got Crown Jewel, which they haven't announced yet, which I'm pretty sure after Bad Blood, they will start talking about Crown Jewel. And then we have Survivor Series, which Survivor Series is going to be in Vancouver. Okay. It's going to be on November 30th, which is at the end of the month. And I'm standing by the fact that that is because Crown Jewel is probably going to be at the beginning of November. More than likely, it will be November 5th or no, wait, let me look. November 2nd or November 9th. I'm going to lean more to the 2nd, or they may make it the 25th of October if they're doing it on that 3-week in between schedule that they normally do. You know what I mean? So since Bad Blood is on the 5th, they may go 1, 2, 3 and go into the 26th for Crown Jewel, but I would go to the 2nd. So let's say they're going to be going to Saudi, going back over to Saudi on November 2nd for Crown Jewel. Even though it hasn't been announced, you can kind of speculate when that happens, all right? So Wednesday, we will do our predictions for Bad Blood. We will talk all about that. But NXT is tomorrow, and I am very excited for NXT. NXT is going to be a fun time. This is going to be the first time they're going to be on the CW. CW is rebranding to CW Sports. We love that for them. Okay. They're rebranding to CW Sports, and there are a couple of matches scheduled for next week's NXT. For this week's NXT on the CW network. So both of the championship matches are going to be defended. Roxanne Perez will defend her title against Julia, and Ethan Page will defend his championship against Trick Williams. There's also going to be a match between, I think, Kaylani and somebody. Like, Kaylani just defended her championship last week, so I don't think she's going to defend it this week. But there is going to be a matchup between Fatal Influence and Jada Parker and Lola. They're probably going to fight either this week or next week. I'm more concerned about the matchup between Julia and Roxanne, especially with Stephanie overlooking that. That's going to be very, very interesting. So tomorrow's going to be a big day for NXT. And if you are a fan of NXT, please do them a solid and take your ass over there to NXT on Tuesday. It is going to be on the CW network. Please do not look for it on USA. CW is where it's going to be. And this is going to be at the same time on Tuesday every single week. Go over there and make sure you support the show because NXT deserves the support. They are an amazing show, and they have really built up a lot of superstars, and it's going to be a fun time to watch. This is going to be a pivotal moment for NXT, and I have a few predictions since it's going to be tomorrow, so I'm going to tell you what probably will happen. In that Trick Williams and Ethan Page match, I think Trick Williams is going to get that title back, but I think he's going to get it back only to end up dropping it probably at the next PLE, not Halloween, not the Halloween Havoc PLE, but their bigger PLE. I think he's going to end up dropping it either at the PLE at the end of the year with the Iron Survivor Challenge, or he's going to end up dropping it at the PLE in January that they usually do. And I would imagine that he's probably going to end up dropping it to somebody like Trick Williams, somebody like Wesley, or he's going to end up dropping it to somebody like Obafemi. Sorry. Either way, I think Ethan Page is dropping that title only because it wouldn't make sense for somebody like Page to end up dropping it to somebody like West or Oba when they're both very much heels at the moment. And you know how WWE is. You know how they go. What happened? It broke? Where is it? But where is it? And how did this happen?
I don't know.
It was never even tore up, AJ.
I don't know how I got tore like that. I pulled it out the damn dryer.
Just throw it away. So, it's gonna be a good time tomorrow for NXT. So I hope you guys watch it. If I don't come back tomorrow to talk about it, don't worry, we will talk about it on Wednesday. Okay. So y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all for coming over here. I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. This week is gonna be a big week for WWE. They've got NXT over on the CW network debuting, and then Saturday they've got their big bad blood PLE. Bianca and Jade are going to be hosting that PLE. Metro Boomin and everybody is supposed to be there. It's supposed to be some nice little surprises happening at Bad Blood. So I highly recommend, if you haven't upgraded your Peacock or you haven't purchased Peacock for the week, your ass better go get your Peacock purchased, okay? So you can watch the show, okay? Because I'm not giving you my password. I'm just not doing that, okay? But y'all have a good night. I will see y'all tomorrow. Unless I don't go live tomorrow, I will definitely see y'all on Wednesday. Okay?